Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Robert Smith's friend denies weapons planted on Afghans' bodies to conceal murders by Michaela Hitborn, May 12, 2022, 1:10 p.m. Save login, register or subscribe to save articles for later. Share normal text size, larger text size, very large text size. A friend and former comrade of war veteran Ben Robert Smith has denied soldiers in their patrol planted objects on the bodies of Afghan prisoners to disguise unlawful killings as legitimate battlefield encounters. The former Special Air Service soldier, dubbed Person 11, was called by Robert Smith's lawyers to give evidence in the decorated former soldier's defamation case against The Age, the Sydney Morning Herald and the Canberra Times. Ben Robert Smith outside the federal court in Sydney earlier this month. Credit, Nick Moir. He has rejected allegations he shot a handcuffed Afghan prisoner in the village of Darwin in 2012 after Robert Smith, his patrol commander, kicked the man off a cliff. The rules of engagement that bound the SAS provided that prisoners could not be killed. Person 11, whose identity cannot be revealed for national security reasons, has also rejected an allegation his patrol planted a radio on the Afghan man's body to make him appear to be a Taliban spotter relaying the movements of coalition forces to insurgents. Person 11 and Robert Smith have told the federal court the man was a legitimate target acting suspiciously in a cornfield before they made the decision to shoot at him. Afghan witnesses called by the newspapers to give evidence in the case have said the man was a farmer called Ali Jan who was not connected to the Taliban, while a former soldier dubbed Person 4 told the court the man was unarmed and handcuffed at the time he was kicked off a cliff and shot. Under cross-examination by the newspaper's barrister, Nicholas Owens, SC, on Thursday, Person 11 was asked whether either Robert Smith or another soldier dubbed Person 35 told soldiers in a training exercise that throwdown weapons could be placed on Afghans' bodies and photographed as evidence they were killed in battle. "I disagree with that, Mr. Owens," Person 11 said. "It is correct, isn't it, that in 2012 you understood that at least one meaning of the word throwdown was a weapon or item that the SAS carried so it could be placed onto the body of a dead Afghan killed in unlawful or unclear circumstances so that the body would appear to have been legitimately engaged?" Owens asked. "No, Mr. Owens," Person 11 replied. "It's the fact, isn't it, that in 2012 members of your patrol carried weapons and other items with them to place them on the body of dead Afghans so they could be photographed?" Owens asked. "That's not true, Mr. Owens," Person 11 said. He said it was ridiculous to think that soldiers who were already carrying 30 to 40 kilograms of equipment would weigh themselves down with other objects. In 2012 your patrol used throwdowns not just to avoid scrutiny from Afghan officials in relation to legitimate kills but to conceal illegitimate kills as well, Owens suggested. "I reject that, Mr. Owens," Person 11 said. Robert Smith is suing the newspapers for defamation over a series of stories in 2018 that he says portray him as a war criminal who was involved in the unlawful killing of Afghan prisoners. He has told the court any killings were carried out lawfully in the heat of battle. The newspapers are seeking to rely on a defense of truth and allege Robert Smith was involved in 6 unlawful killings, including the execution of the man at Darwin. Earlier on Thursday, Person 11 was asked about other alleged killings involving Robert Smith. He said he did not see Robert Smith direct an Afghan soldier, via an interpreter, to get one of his men to shoot an Afghan prisoner. He also did not remember a mission during which Robert Smith allegedly shot an adolescent, and was not aware of him killing anyone during that mission. The trial continues. The Morning Edition newsletter is our guide to the day's most important and interesting stories, analysis and insights. Sign up here. Thank you for reading the Herald. This article is complimentary. Register or log in now to read more articles and unlock extra benefits. No payment required. Read more. Continue with Google, continue with Apple, or email address continue by continuing. You agree to your personal information being collected under our privacy policy and accept our terms of use. Hide content.